Hello and welcome back to Yoga with Krysta. My name is Krysta French and today we have an afternoon pick-me-up. So this is a really great class to do if you have a lunch break or maybe you're short on time but want a little energy boost. So you'll need 2 blocks for class today, so go ahead and grab that, and when you're ready, come meet me on the mat. We'll get started in our Sukhasana, our easy pose. Begin to flip your palms facing upward, draw your index finger and thumb to touch. Allow your eyes to close, your jaw to release, your forehead to soften, and begin to notice your breath. So as you inhale, the belly fills, the ribs expand, the chest and the collarbones start to lift. And then as you exhale, the collarbones fall, the ribs fall, the belly pulls back to the spine. So find your own natural rhythm of this breath. Noticing if you can bring even more softness into the body as you breathe. Starting to release and let go of any tension or stress that you might be feeling. On your next inhale, arms reach all the way up overhead. Interlace your fingers, flip the palms up, open your chest, reach your hands all the way up to the ceiling on your inhale, and then as you exhale, draw your belly into the spine, pull your hands forward. So rounding through the upper back. Inhale, pull it all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine. So do this a few times. Inhale, reach up, open your heart, and exhale, round your belly to the spine, push your hands forward. So a few more times. Inhale up, exhale, reach forward, inhale, reach up, exhale, reach forward. Breathe here. Inhale up, open your chest, and then release the hands down. From here, reach both hands back up, and then right hand comes down to the right side. Reach over with the left hand all the way over to the right side. So taking a big stretch. Drop the left hand down and sweep your hands out in front of you all the way to the left side, reaching through the right fingertips, open through the side ribs, rolling the heart open, drop the right hand, and then sweep your hands all the way around to the right side. Big side body stretch. Keep breathing, drop that hand, sweep them out in front of you, around to the left side. Last time, reach it, and then drop the hand down, over to the right side, peeling the ribs open, and then come back to center. Interlace your fingers behind you, pull your knuckles down, lift your chest, open the heart. Release that, place the palms forward, come onto your hands and knees, find your tabletop, and just start to move gently through your cat and cow poses. So as you inhale, the belly can fall, the heart reaches open, tailbone presses back. And as you exhale, begin to round your spine, push the ground away. So just move in whatever way suits you right here, right now. Full, steady breath. Come back to neutral. Take the right leg and extend the right leg all the way out to the right side. Drop down to your forearms. Press your hips back toward the left heel. So that right leg is totally extended. Keep the entire outer edge of the foot grounded. From here, come back up onto the hands. Keep your legs as they are. Take the hands to the hips. Right hand drops to that right leg as you sweep the left hand all the way across. And then drop the left hand down to the left side. Extend the right leg and reach the right arm high. From here, bend the right knee if you'd like. Catch your foot and press the foot into the hand. So you're getting a nice little stretch through the quad. It's almost like a modified side plank. And then extend that arm back up, extend the leg, drop the foot back down. One more deep stretch through the inner groin and the hips, pressing the hips back, and then place the right knee underneath the hip. Take one more round cat-cow. And just opening the body. Same thing on the left side. So left leg extends out to the left. Drop down to your forearms as you sink your hips back to the right heel this time. So keep reaching those hips back. Really enjoy that stretch through the inner leg. full, complete breath. And then go ahead and come back up. Keep your leg as it is. Take the hands to your hips. Drop the left hand to the left. Reach the right arm all the way over to the side. And then place the right hand down off of your mat. Extend the left leg and reach the left arm high. So really straight line. Then begin to bend the left knee. Catch the foot. Press the foot into the hand, opening through the quadricep. So opening through the chest, finding a little bit of a back bend. Release that, extend it long. Breathe, take the foot down one more time, big stretch through the inner hips. Full, steady breath. Place the palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take another round, cat and cow. And then tuck your toes under. Lift the hips, pedal it out in your downward facing dog. So you can roll your ankles around if that feels good. Maybe shake the head out a little bit, back and forth. And bicycle the legs. So no rush to get the heels dropping all the way down to the floor. Just notice how the hamstrings are feeling right now. Find your breath. And eventually find some stillness. So let your legs become long, if that's okay for your knees. Nice full breath here. Widen your stance a little bit so the feet become wider, and then take your hands all the way back towards your feet. Find a rag doll. So take opposite elbows and just kind of sway side to side. So the head is really heavy, shoulders soft and relaxed. Release the hands down. Walk your hands back out to find your downward facing dog. Chest is pushing back to the thighs. Walk your feet back to that neutral down dog about inner hips width, and then look forward. Take a walk up to the front, flat back. Exhale to fold in half. Inhale, arms reach on up, press your palms up overhead, and hands come down through the heart. And down to the sides. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. Exhale, we're folding from the hips. Inhale to your flat back. And exhale, lower the hands, step it back. Plank pose. Keep the core engaged. Lower to chaturanga or the belly. And then inhale, find a little back bend. Open your chest, maybe a cobra to start out. Lower back down, tuck your toes. Press up through plank and all the way into downward facing dog. Nice, full, steady breath. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And as you exhale, step it up, lower the left knee, untuck the left toes. Hips are going to press forward and then reach your arms all the way up. Make sure that you're not overextending in the lower back. We don't want to dump weight in the low back. Take your arms out in front of you, elbows bent. Right arm hooks under the left for eagle arms. Crossing at the hands, roll the shoulders down the back. Lift your elbows and push your hands away from your face. Then tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee, spring onto the right foot to find warrior three legs with those eagle arms. So left toes are pointing directly down, the left heel is pointing directly up, and then gently step it back for a high lunge. Keep those eagle arms as you reach them up to the ceiling, and then open your arms, find your regular high lunge. Spread your arms open out onto a T, drop the back heel, warrior two. Begin to revolve your warrior, open the entire side body, come back into warrior two, really sinking into that front thigh. Take the hands at your heart, straighten that front leg, and then extend the back leg as you bend the right knee, coming into Skandasana. So sinking the hips nice and low. The hands are going to walk out in front of you, so to the long edge of the mat. And then go ahead and lift your hips, let your head hang heavy, finding Prasarita Padottanasana. Palms are finding the floor, maybe shifting a little bit of weight forward into the balls of the feet. From here, go ahead and walk your hands forward, lengthen. Take your hands out in front of that right leg as you pivot your hips to the front, and then flex your right foot, begin to fold over that right leg. Start to bend that knee, step back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale to press back, downward facing dog. Notice your breath. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it up, drop the right knee. Untuck the toes. Hips can press forward as you sweep your arms high. Opening through your chest, and then bending your elbows. Left arm hooks under the right, cross your hands. Shoulders roll down the back, lift your elbows, press your hands away from the face. Find a steady gaze, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, and then shift into those warrior 3 legs. So right leg is pressing all the way back. Toes down, heel up. Start to step back for your high lunge. Reach your arms all the way up, open through the chest, and then extend your fingertips up to the sky. Spin the back heel down, warrior 2. So gaze drops over the left fingers. Press that front knee open. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, revolve your warrior. Big side body stretch. Come back into warrior 2. Finding our way into Skandasana, hands meet together in front of your heart. Pivot the feet so the left leg is bending, right leg is extending. As we lower the hips, reach the hands out in front. Hips are pressing back. And then go ahead and lift your hips, let the head get heavy. Interlace your fingers over the low back and pull the hands away from your body. Nice steady breath right here. Root down firmly into your feet and slowly make your way back up. Release the hands, release the shoulders. We're going to find that hamstring stretch. Turn the left toes forward, framing the foot with the hands. Pivot your hip bones forward and then fold over that left leg. Flex your left toes so they're pointing up toward the ceiling. Big, deep stretch through the left hamstrings. Start to plant the palms down, bend the knees, step back to plank, and vinyasa is yours. So take it or leave it. We're making our way back into down dog. However you need to get there is up to you. Find your breath and then drop your knees. Hips sink back to the heels. Find a brief child's pose. Maybe rolling your forehead back and forth, giving it a light massage. Relax your jaw. From here, come back up onto your knees. You're going to find your blocks. We're going to take a nice big stretch in the chest and the shoulders. Place your blocks in front of you, about shoulder width, and then take your elbows to the center of the blocks. Palms pressed together. Walk your knees further back. Keep walking them, and then start to press your chest down to the ground. The forehead is pressing down. So you can stay there, or if you want to go deeper, you can come up to the higher height of the blocks. So just keep in mind that the blocks do get a little bit more wobbly when they get to that higher height. And if that is way too intense, you can always drop it down to the lowest height of the blocks. Either way, the hips are over the knees, pressing the chest down to the ground. You should really feel this in the chest and the shoulders. So it's a really good stretch. Take a breath. Slow it down. One more breath right here. And then we'll slowly make our way back up and just start to move your blocks out of the way, off onto the sides. We're going to come down into child's pose, Balasana. Hips press back to the heels. Maybe your forehead rolls a little bit back and forth. And then start to shift forward. Lower all the way down onto your belly. You can take your hands, make a little pillow for your forehead. Just wiggle your hips back and forth. We're going to take a few rounds of our belly down back bends and then find a nice twist on our belly. So from here, straightening the legs, can take your hands down next to your hips. Palms are going to face up. Root down through the back of your hands and then lift the legs off the ground. Lift your arms off the ground, lift your chest off the ground, and then your hands can lift off the ground as well. Slowly lower back down. Wiggle your hips side to side. This time finding a full locust pose or a half locust pose if that works better for you. Start to lift the whole body off the ground. Reach your toes back, reach your heart forward. Your hands are reaching back, opening the chest. Breathe here. Full steady breath really strengthening through the muscles of the spine. And then lower back down. Bend your knees and just kind of swish your legs left and right. Set them back down. And this time, you're going to take a Sphinx pose with your arms and then a half frog pose with your legs. So right knee is going to bend out to the right side. Slip your left palm underneath the right arm and then roll yourself all the way down onto your back. So it's like we're in a spinal twist, but the twist is going to feel a little bit deeper. So the right knee is bent and we're looking over the right shoulder. Left arm is extended, left leg is long. If you need to kind of lift the left shoulder up to bump that right shoulder down, it's always a nice option. One more breath. And then turn your head back around, come all the way back down to your belly. Coming into that Sphinx pose again with the arms, let the left knee bend up by the hip, flip the right palm up, slide it underneath the left arm, and then open your chest up toward the ceiling. The gaze is going to come over the left hand. Keep in mind that left knee can come off the ground. That's totally fine. Does not have to be touching the floor. And just notice your breath. Slowly, we're going to come back to our belly. Take your hands under your forehead, wiggle your hips side to side. And then hands under the shoulders, sink the hips back. And we're going to come down onto our butt. You can extend the legs out in front of you. So taking a few seated stretches here, the right leg is going to extend, left knee bends, foot comes over across to the right side of the right thigh, finding a twist. Left hand's behind you, take the right elbow across the knee. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Keep breathing. Slowly, gaze turns back to center. Walk yourself over to the right side. Just take a little counter twist and then come back up. From here, right knee bends. Place the foot across the left thigh. Right hand is behind you. Hook that left elbow over the thigh or just give the knee a little hug. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Find your breath. Gaze comes back to center. Walk your hands off to the left side. Take a little counter twist and come back up. Extend your legs. This time bend your knees. Place the foot down. Hands behind you. Fingers point towards you. Roll your chest open. Lift your hips up. And shoulders roll back as you lift the heart and the gaze tips on back. Breathe here. So a reverse table pose, really big stretch in the shoulders. Lower the hips, extend the legs long. Inhale, lift your arms, and exhale to fold over. Keep reaching your chest all the way over to the legs. Paschimottanasana, our seated forward fold. Inhale to lift up, placing the feet together, finding Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Straighten the spine, and then fold over the legs. Trying to work from a long spine here rather than a really rounded one. Inhale to lift back up, and then start to lower down onto your back. Give your knees a nice big hug, rock a little bit left and right. Massage the low back and the sacrum. Placing the feet down, take the right foot over the left knee and then thread your hands under the left thigh as you draw the leg in towards you. So a nice pigeon pose on our backs, really getting into that right IT band, the glute, and even the lower back. You can explore lifting that left leg straight up or even pressing the right thigh further away from you. So these are all nice options. And then go ahead and switch legs. This time left foot comes over the right knee. Thread your hands under that right thigh as you pull it in. Again, maybe exploring extending that right leg up or pressing the left thigh away. Full steady breath. From here, feet can come back down, windshield wiper your knees, back and forth, back and forth. And then go ahead and find a happy baby. So the hands come around your feet and just kind of press your knees out to the sides. You can extend a leg if that feels good, or both legs. And then from here, hands come under the knees. Start to rock yourself forward and back. So giving the spine a nice little massage. We're going to rock all the way up to seated and find your blocks. You're going to need both of them. We're coming into our supported fish pose. So first block is going to come under the shoulder blades at the lowest setting, and the second block can come underneath the occipital ridge. So ladies, that's usually where your ponytail is. I mean, average. Some people have higher ponytails or lower ones, but it's that bony ridge that kind of sticks out at the back of your head. And then just start to lower on down. You can always adjust the blocks a little bit higher or lower to get comfortable. Close your eyes here and find some rest. Notice if your breath can even out. If you can make it smoother, deeper, longer. Send even more softness into your body, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your forehead, the hips and the shoulders. And then we'll slowly start to remove those blocks and come all the way down into Savasana. So you should feel that your shoulders are a little bit heavier, feeling a little bit more grounded now. So focus your attention on your breath in your Savasana. And then we'll slowly begin to send some movement back into the fingers and the toes, rolling the wrists and the ankles, reaching up, stretching out, roll to your side. Just cradle your knees into your chest for a moment. And slowly begin to push yourself up. Find a comfortable and easy seat. Allow your hands to come together in front of your heart. Begin to thank yourself for choosing to practice, for choosing to show up and to honor yourself. And thank you all so much for sharing your own practice with me today. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this class, I think you're going to love my new series called Yoga Breaks. Each class in this series is only 15 to 20 minutes and focuses on targeted areas, including the neck and shoulders, spine, hips, and hamstrings, to help release built-up tension, reduce stress, and increase flexibility and focus. So if you're ready to stretch your body, clear your mind, and find some relief from tension, then click the link in the description below, and I also pinned it in the comments so you can get access to that today. I will see you on the mat soon.